While Russia may put up a strong face, the fact remains the performance of its arms, from main battle tanks to strike aircraft, has left a lot to be desired. The so-called special military operation in Ukraine is proving to be a very bad advertisement for Russian platforms. As per SIPRI, Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, India employs 1.38 million people in its armed forces and is one of the world's largest arms importers, spending $12.4 billion between 2018 and 2021, with Russia being its biggest partner, accounting for $5.51 billion. India also shares a special long-time bond with Russia. But things are unraveling now when it comes to arms deals. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how Russia is losing large weapons orders from India due to poor show in Ukraine. Let's get into the details. This video is sponsored by NordVPN. NordVPN is a premium VPN service available for macOS, iOS, Windows, and Android with more than 5,400 servers in 60 countries. But why use a VPN or virtual private network? VPN is an encrypted tunnel. A VPN can protect your privacy, which is threatened by many factors like data logging by internet service providers. It can also help you access contents which are blocked based on geolocation. Why NordVPN? Its servers are fast and has zero log policy. Not only this, NordVPN has taken one step further and recently introduced a new feature, threat protection. Threat protection prevents malware from getting on users' devices and blocks trackers, intrusive and malicious ads, and harmful websites. Use the link in the description to get up to 71% off the 2-year plan plus threat protection for no extra cost. At the checkout, use the code DEFENSE to get an extra month for free. The Kamov Ka-31, NATO reporting name Helix, is a military helicopter originally developed for the Soviet Navy and currently in service in Russia, China, and India in the Naval Airborne Early Warning and Control role. The Indian Navy currently operates 14 Ka-31 helicopters, which were inducted progressively, 4 in 2003, 5 in 2005, and 5 in 2013, and are dependent on the original equipment manufacturer for spare parts, repairs, and overhaul support. India has halted negotiations with Russia for the former to acquire 10 more Kamov Ka-31. As per reports, the Indian government indefinitely suspended the negotiations with Rosoboronexport and original equipment manufacturer Russian helicopters. India wanted to buy Ka-31 helicopters from Russia in May 2019, but the acquisition program faced inordinate delays due to the coronavirus pandemic and the platform's high price tag. Ka-31 helicopters were supposed to be deployed in the country's second aircraft carrier, INS Vikrant, which is locally built and will be commissioned in July. Acquisition talks resumed in February 2022 after negotiators settled on a price of $520 million for 10 Ka-31 helicopters. Indian Navy officials have indicated that the suspension is a setback for the service, but still, the deal was canceled. The MiL Mi-17, NATO reporting name HIP, is a Soviet-designed Russian military helicopter family introduced in 1975. The production is continuing for the new variant at 2 factories, in Kazan and Ulan-Ude. The helicopter is mostly used as a medium twin-turbine transport helicopter, as well as an armed gunship version. It's known for its high performance and multi-purpose design. It can fly at high altitudes in complex weather conditions, be it in tropical and maritime climates or even in desert conditions. Indian Air Force had decided to get 48 more Mi-17 V5 helicopters from Russia, but the plan now stands canceled. Some reports indicate that the decision to withdraw the tender for the 48 helicopters was taken much before the conflict between Russia and Ukraine broke out, and has nothing to do with the global scenario. But there's surely much more to it. The deal was worth $1 billion. There could be potentially multiple reasons for this kind of cancellation. 1. Uncertainties regarding Russia's capacity to deliver these platforms as per the desired schedule, since there's a shortage of key components like chips as well as payment transfer issues because of sanctions. 2. Make in India initiative aims to reduce dependence on foreign platforms, and a concerted effort is underway to develop indigenous systems. 3. There's pressure from the West on India to halt Russian weapons imports. Reports have emerged that the U.S. is preparing a military aid package for India to deepen security ties and reduce the country's dependence on Russian weapons. The package under consideration would include foreign military financing of as much as $500 million, according to one source, which would make India one of the largest recipients of such aid behind Israel and Egypt. It's unclear when the deal would be announced or what weapons would be included. But all the above can't fully explain India's withdrawal from multiple deals. It's evident that the performance of Russian platforms in the current conflict has played its part. We know that a large percentage of the Russian weapons systems have been found wanting in Ukraine. India is not the only country to have rejected Russian platforms in recent times. The Sukhoi Su-35 is the top Russian air superiority fighter in service today. It will remain so until Russia succeeds in bringing its fifth-generation Su-57 stealth fighter into serial production. It was earlier thought that the platform would be lapped up by other nations. But Russia, which is greatly dependent on weapons export and has been keeping no stones unturned to pitch Su-35, is unable to find buyers. Egypt, Indonesia, and Algeria have also backed out from buying the jet. This is mainly due to technological shortcomings. Russia accounts for nearly 19% of worldwide weapons shipments. However, according to the latest SIPRI report titled Trends in International Arms Transfers, Russian arms exports fell by 26% between 2012 and 2016, followed by a steep fall in its global share from 24% to 19% between 2017 and 2021. It's clear that there's a significant slide, and the conflict with Ukraine is likely to accelerate this downfall due to the beating Russian arms are taking there.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.